everyone. Happy Tofu Tuesday. Tonight we are making a sweet potato tofu bowl with a tahini sauce. So I'm just going to get my tofu prepped before I start anything else because this has to press for about 30 minutes. So I just have 2 blocks of tofu here, 10 ounces each, and I just cut them in half so they're half as thick like this. Place them between 2 tea towels. Do the same thing with this one. Get my other towel out there. Set that down, and then I put a kitchen towel on top and on the bottom, so it's like a little sandwich. And then I just put my cast iron skillet on top of that to press the liquid out. So while that's pressing, I'm gonna go do the dishes, and then I'll be back to show you the rest of the meal. So before you guys go anywhere, make sure that you hit subscribe so you can see all of my videos, and make sure that you hit that little bell icon so you get notifications when I post a new one. And if you're watching this on Instagram TV, make sure that you head over to my profile and follow me over there so you can see every time I post a new recipe. And the links are in my bio in order to get these recipes so you guys can make them for your family. Alright, I'm back. My tofu has been pressed for about a half an hour. So I've cut it up into little cubes, about this big, and placed them on a baking sheet that's just covered in parchment paper. I've also diced up 2 medium sweet potatoes that I put on this tray with parchment paper and just sprayed it with a little olive oil and sprinkled it with some salt and pepper. My oven is preheated to 425, and I'm going to put both of these things in the oven right now. The tofu will probably be done before the sweet potatoes because we're also going to be cooking the tofu in a pan. So I'd say leave the sweet potatoes in. It's going to depend on how big you cut them. I'll probably leave mine in for 30 to 40 minutes depending. Some of the bigger ones may need a little extra time. The tofu I'm going to check after about 15 minutes, 20 possibly, since there's 2 things in the oven. And then I'm going to take them out and check them because, again, we are going to be cooking it in a pan with some of our other ingredients a little later on. So while that's in the oven, I'm going to start getting the rest of my stuff together, and I'll be back to show you once that stuff is almost done. Okay, while my stuff is still in the oven, I'm going to make the tahini sauce that's going to go on top of all this stuff. So I'm just using a blender cup, and I've got my tahini here. We're going to put about 1/4 cup of tahini in the cup here. And then you can use fresh lemon juice or bottled. I'm just going to use bottled today. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a tablespoon of pure maple syrup, a teaspoon of mirin, which is like a sweet rice wine, it comes out really slow, and then like a dash of cayenne pepper or more. And then we're gonna just put about 1/3 cup of warm water in here and blend it up because the tahini is really thick. So if you try to blend it now, it's just gonna become like a paste. So I'm gonna put 1/3 cup of warm water in here and blend it up, and then that's the sauce. And I'm just gonna set that aside until everything has been cooked and mixed together. So my tofu is done, and in this little ramekin, I've mixed together a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of paprika, salt and pepper, and like 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. And I'm just gonna sprinkle that over the tofu, and then I'm just gonna like mix it up a little bit. I've also have my pan, which is right underneath here, heating up with some olive oil in it. And then we're just gonna cook the tofu again for probably 10 or so minutes, and then we're going to throw in some vegetables. I've got a bunch of kale that I've roughly chopped up and 8 ounces of mushrooms. So once the tofu starts getting crispy, we're going to throw the vegetables in there and mix that around. And by then our sweet potatoes should be done. So I will toss those in there as well. All right. They look pretty well coated. Just gonna dump this in my pan. That is heating up. And we're just gonna cook that up. And then I'll be back to show you the rest after I put in the vegetables. Alright, so my veggies are cooked down in the pan and I turned the heat off. My sweet potatoes are out of the oven. So I'm just gonna add these in. They're still warm, so they won't really need to cook anymore in the pan. Just want to get it all mixed in there. And we're missing a couple. It's another nice thing about parchment paper. You can just lift it up and pour it in.
Sounds good.
And then I've got my sauce that I've mixed up that's already started to harden after I mixed it.
What up, peeps?
Snow bunnies coming in. So I'm going to dump this in and just mix it all together. If it is still too thick after you've added your third cup of water, you can always add a little more water and it'll thin it out a little bit. But once I start mixing this around, it'll be fine. So I don't think I'm going to need to add any more. This spoon is just too big to get it at the bottom here. Alright, so we're just going to mix this all up and then it will be time to eat. So thank you again for joining me, guys. And again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can grab all my upcoming recipes, and make sure to get notifications by hitting that little bell icon. And again, if you guys are on Instagram, make sure that you head over to my profile and follow me so you can get all of the recipes over there. Thanks, guys.